Chapter 2, Run Away. Run away. We've entered hyperspace, Alan announced. But the Kamedake shook violently and fell out of hyperspace. What's going on? We're experiencing intense hyperspatial friction. The hull is being severely damaged. We have to drop out of hyperspace. All right. Let the hunt begin. Gazura gazed at the monitor, staring at the space where Kamedake had disappeared. Sir, it worked. They have dropped out of hyperspace, but sir, they still managed to get pretty far from us. I've never seen a ship jump that far so quickly. Send the hounds to take them down immediately. 3 ships went after the Kamedake on Gazura's radar, but they were soon snuffed out of existence. All 3 have been shot down. Chich. This might be harder than I thought. Gazura got a call from one of Tarrant's men who he didn't recognize because Tarrant had been switching out staff constantly ever since Gazura had been reassigned from Roddy Shank's command. Deputy Chief of Staff, do you have anything useful to tell me? He said, referring to the man by rank instead of name. Tarrant wants the package and the people aboard that ship captured alive. That's an order. I'll let everyone know right away. We hit them with the AHP guns. It's only a matter of time before we get them. Don't keep Tarrant waiting. The young deputy chief of staff who hadn't even been born when Gazura first became captain of a ship said arrogantly. Several hours later Mikagami was orbiting Jurai. No one but Sita was on the bridge and she seemed restless. Minaho transferred in. Sito, the academy just got its first report in from the Kamedake. A monitor was displayed in front of Sito. I see. It had the results of record searches carried out shortly before the ship went missing. Considering the time lag from when it disappeared until the searches stop, it's unlikely that the Kamedake was sunk. Some kind of new weapon was probably used to obstruct communication and navigation. I'll look and see if there have been any similar situations as soon as the survey ship arrives at the scene. We'll do a precision scan, and perhaps we can understand something about the enemy's weapons. I wonder if having Sena do this was a mistake. Right now I'm counting on his bad luck. The most important issue this time is Kariko. Her accessing the database of the shipping company tipped off the pirates to her location. I'm sorry, Minaho was in charge of training officers for Sito and she had neglected to teach Kariko not to do that. Maybe I should have you give Sena some lessons too, Sito said winking. Minaho, please tell everyone to proceed according to plan and send the 7th Fleet to back up the 4th. Actually, it's been a while since they last saw any action, so send the 1st Fleet as well. On it. Minaho transferred out off the bridge. The Kamedake was still able to manage short jumps, and after several of them they reached an uninhabited Earth-type planet without intelligent life. They had the Kamedake go into the depths of the planet's sea and powered down systems to the bare minimum output. Damage report. Sena asked on the darkened bridge. Wait a second. Look at this. Kariko said as she was editing captured video of the fight for her report. She sent the footage to Sena. The Kamedake was covered in some weird red paint. Pirates are into graffiti now? Amain asked. No, that must be what's keeping us from jumping into hyperspace. How about we put a shield over the hull of the ship when we jump? It might take a lot of energy, but I think the Kamedake can manage to pull it off. Hakurin asked. There was a reaction to the shields when we were hit earlier. I don't think it's safe to do that. On the outside of the bridge, a group of organisms swam around the ship and lit up. They looked like stars. Amain sighed and leaned her chair far back to watch them. I think it's also blocking external communications. Kariko said, looking at NB, who confirmed it. They could send out an escape pod and have it send out a distress call, but it would be on an open channel and the pirates would have found them if they did that. Their only hope was to find a space station to send a message from. We need to find a space station. Kariko, can this ship do an H-559 class jump? It was an older method for jumping that took a long time but produced less friction than the other kinds. I think so. All right then, let's do that. Sena commanded. But first let's get some rest in the acceleration space. The crew went to rest as the ship started emerging from the deep sea. Alan dragged Barry and Co into their room where he used his ID card to transfer a huge amount of food and sweets to their room. Why are we here? We should be getting some rest. As operators, it's our responsibility to keep ourselves at the highest possible level of alertness before battle. To do that, we must eat like there's no tomorrow. We can always just set the acceleration space to the highest setting when we're done. Alan poured them all drinks. Well, I guess you're right. Cheers. They drank up and began eating like competitive eaters. While they did that, the Kamodake took itself out of the sea, shot down a pirate that approached it, and did a hyperspace jump.